have 4 children. A set of twin
yes,
daughters?
daughters.
How old?
Rashida, Jamila, they're 3, getting pretty. Really, and Miriam, she's 6. And Muhammad Ali is 2.
Your son is 2?
It's really something to watch him growing and getting big. And my little daughter, Miriam, I had her out not long ago, about a couple of years ago before she started talking. 1 or 2 words they'll say. And one day you wake up, she'll say something like, ask you a question. I had a friend with me, and she was asleep. And I said, we had a suite in the hotel in New York, and a lawyer friend came up, and I said, I want some peace. I told her to go to bed. She said she was asleep. She kept faking, but she wasn't asleep. I laid down with her, and I thought she was asleep. And the friend came and was out in the front of the suite, and I tipped her out, and she woke up, Daddy, where are you going? First time she's ever, thinking. I said, I'm going to the bathroom. No, the bathroom's in here. And I said, no. And then I went out, and I closed the door, and ain't no bathroom out here. That's the first time she,
really put things together.
Talking back with me.
Does she know her daddy's a celebrity?
Yeah.
Has she ever seen you in action?
We have a commercial on TV now, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, I see that.
She sees that in magazines, and she hears people talking.
Didn't she go with you to a college one time when you spoke before her group?
Right, so I forgot the name of it, but
What was her reaction to that?
Well, she was frightened to see all the people hollering like they did, but it must be a funny thing born into this, like that's all she knows is...
What do you mean hollering? They're asking questions
people,
of you?
Yeah, but like that's all she knows is crowds and people at her little age of 6, and I came into this after the Olympics, but it must really be something, born into something like this.
Your son, who you said is 2, you want him to fight?
No, I wouldn't advise no young fellow to fight. I would advise him to get educated real good, learn his arithmetic, read, write, get a trade, get a purpose. Because this is a gamble. This is a gamble.
That's good. That's good. That's very good advice.
You have a lot of fellas standing on the corner, imitating Sly, or the Temptations, or Elvis Presley. But it's a possibility they may never make it. And if he takes this as a trade and don't make it, then life's a tragedy.
I want to tell you something that I know you're aware of. I've watched a lot of young guys in boxing now, in amateur boxing, who are doing doing the Ali Shuffle.
Ray Robertson was there. People imitated him when Joe Louis was champion, Rocky Marciano. It's natural for them to want to imitate who's ever on top at the time.
Did your wife ever say things to you like our wives say to us, be careful when you go out in the car? Does she ever say before a fight, be careful, don't get hurt or anything?
Strange, never.
Never occurs to
my mother neither. Don't worry a bit.
Is it ever concern you that you could really get injured in that ring? Do you think about that at all?
No, let me tell you something. I guess it's because I know it. You couldn't pay me to be a jet plane pilot. You couldn't pay me to get...
You'll get in the ring with guys like George Foreman and you...
I was on a plane not long ago. Some kind of smoke alarm went off in it, and smoke started coming off, and stewardess running back and forth. It's a scary feeling.
Oh. What do you do in a case
you look down and you can't see nothing but houses, and if an engine pop or something blow up, you just see death. You know it ain't no way out of this.
Now, when that happened, did you pray?
That's a silly question.
No, it isn't. Because, man, I'd be well into some
prayer. I pray when it don't happen.
Really?
So I don't wait till it happens.
Yeah,
That's the fault
get down,
me.
brother.
See, I pray before takeoff. I said, let it take off, Allah. I use the term Allah. I don't say Jesus. I say Allah. See, the book says, he who calls on my name shall be saved. And black folks been calling Jesus for 400 years and still getting hung. See, but we who call on Allah don't get we free. We Muslims. We call on the right God. And I call on Allah. And I've been on planes, did everything. And I've had white passengers to come up and say, we're glad you on this plane. Really? Wise ones. The average man wouldn't know it, but wise ones. I said, why are you glad out? He said, you have too much to do. This fellow told me a week ago. He said, you have too much to do, too much of your people. You represent too much, and I know you and I are going to go this way. And when I heard you in first class, I quit worrying about this plane. Some people, seriously, they get on the plane and see a bishop or cardinal or priest, and they really feel better. They see 5 or 6 sisters, Catholic sisters. They really feel better to know that these people on the plane, they feel God is with them.
Yeah. I always, on the way in, if I can peek in there and get a look at the pilot, and if he recognizes me, I always want to know what kind of a night he had. I check on that. I want to make sure he wasn't out.
But to answer your question, like, we don't worry too much about getting hurt. You get hurt in cars. People die every day. Race cars, you know, they hit walls and burn up. And just, if you get yourself in condition and you know what you're doing, you're not too much. Like a plane pilot, he don't worry about it. He knows how much the plane will take, and I don't, so I'm more frightened than he is.
You're in the right mood for some Muhammad Ali poetry. Have you got something for us today?
A little something. It says, riding on my horse of hope, holding in my hand the rein of courage, dressed in the armor of patience, the helmet of endurance on my head, I started on my journey to the land of love.
Hey, that's nice. That's very nice. We'll be right back.